board. Maybe. Sorry for the pun. Next time, I
That's pretty
guess
good.
I'll have it all cleaned out. Because for now, it's like covered in shit. But I'll draw it on a paper. How about
Whatever's good for you, man. Oh, we're in, bro. We're live, baby. All right.
that? All right. Is this a censored podcast or is this a
I
free thought?
I said
Let
it
every-
is not for kids.
It's
So
not for kids. Okay, good. There's your little warning before the show starts.
yeah, we may have a slip of the tongue. So forgive us. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna grab a. I'm gonna turn down the air so it's not making noise and get my beverage vessel over here.
What do you think? Draw out this little chart.
Cool. That should help with compression because no sense in turning up the sound of an air conditioner. The whole time. That'll be terrible.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, man. Well, here we go. We're in.
Sweet.
I've got my dollar store G Fuel here.
Well, first question is about ready to be done.
All right.
So here's the idea. This is my list of what I know is possible, but I don't know how to do yet things. So I've got my little computer here. Let me get the light better. That's a computer. It's kind of fuzzy.
Okay.
But either way, I've got my computer. It's going to my Apollo. I'm trying to send it out, like whatever dry signal I'm sending out of the Apollo into my pedal board. That's a little pedal. Then back into the Apollo. Already, you can recognize that this technique is called ReAmping. And then back into the computer to be recorded as my now wet signal that I've created. And I'm wondering, for all these beginners out there like myself, because there is absolutely no video online that goes into like the outside of the computer kind of instruction.
Sure.
And what I'm wondering is, we all know that idea, that theory about reamping. Sorry about my messy ass room. But
fine, man.
how do I do this with my Apollo here? How do I make the sound come out of my Apollo? Like, is it just through the same controls that I have on my monitors? Like, do I just go out from where my monitor is, or is there like a line out that I should use instead? Like, I noticed that there's a lot of line outs right here, and I just am wondering, should I send the audio out of that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. See, this is the thing. Like, when you're a noob like me, you just don't want to like make the wrong mistake.
Oh,
Or
sure,
like
man.
do something messed up. I don't know. So I've been hesitant on it, and I've been wanting to try reamping for a while, but I just didn't want to like make some kind of feedback loop or some crazy crap happen where it just
Right.
makes everything messed up.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that's smart of you.
I don't know. I feel like it's better to like just try stuff out, but I've been a little hesitant. I was just gonna wait till I talk to you about it. But basically, that's the idea. Is I wanted to send it out of here then, and so you're saying line out. I take like one or two, depending on if it's a stereo track,
Right.
or a mono, and then I bring it over to these pedals.
Mm-hmm.
Get this out of the way, and then it's going out of here back from where it's coming out of back to the amp, and then I bring it into a line in.
Yep.
So now let's do this Ableton thing.
Okay.
Let's imagine that I'm on Ableton trying to send my audio out.
Okay.
All right.
Let me open Ableton so I can track along with you.
Cool.
Here, let me get it on full screen.
I'm going to make a quick little MIDI drum beat.
Okay.
And then we're going to, in real time, reamp this for everybody.
Okay. And hopefully I won't make a fool of myself, but I.
I'm sure I'm already. I mean, I'm asking such a basic reamping question, but
No,
you
I'm
gotta
worried
start
about.
somewhere.
Well, I'm worried about not. I haven't tried it myself. I understand the theory of it, so I'm just hoping I can be helpful in a timely fashion.
Hey, let's figure this out. And I mean, who knows how many people are actually watching this right now live? But we can just edit it down in the if we post this again, like the non-live version, just the highlights of what we've got going.
Yeah. Here, let me get your video in here more. I'll put myself up in the corner. Yeah, and
see, like I don't even know what's playing.
That's funny.
Here's someone playing an Andy line. It's an old.
Whoa.
That's just an old instrument that I was looking up.
Cool.
Sorry about that. Which is a cool instrument. You should check out Sonic Couture. They make some really cool emulations of these old synthesizers and just all kinds of stuff. If you're into that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Well, the sound's going through. Now I need to find the kick on here. Need to turn on addictive drums, actually. All right. Basic, just completely floor on the floor, boots, cats, not even the and. So let's start doing some of that because that's all we really need.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and the effects are what make it fun anyway. So,
connecting my UA. All right. So everything's going. And now I'm going to take it out in my pedal board, or at least a couple pedals. Turn it down while I'm hooking this up because it might get annoying.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, let's get her going. All right, cool. Gotta get the camera back so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. So I'm taking this, I'm putting it in the first line out.
Okay.
There's no video has ever shown me the actual hookup part. So that's what I wanted to emphasize. So it's in line 1 going out.
Okay.
Then I'm taking the other side of the cord and I'm putting it into this guy. Let's try actually let's do something that will really make a difference.
Ooh, space echo.
So you really notice it. I'm gonna put it in this terminal fuzz pedal because you'll definitely notice that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
Obviously
sweet.
putting it in, but I'm not going to assume anyone knows anything at this point. So going in, and then, because I want like a brain inner to be able to reamp after they watch this.
Well, and I think everyone, when they think of reamping, they only think of guitar stuff, and it's like, dude, there's so many cool effects. Like you could do it with anything.
Like you can do like we're doing something completely. I mean, it doesn't seem too crazy, but it still is pretty crazy. We're affecting a drum beat.
Yeah.
Like usually, Ricky can tell you more, but basically what they do with reamping is they send it out of the box, which is the computer, and they send it to an amp. That's why they call it reamping. They're amplifying the signal again that was dry, and then maybe they'll have some pedals going through that amp, but at the same time, they're basically just juicing up that sound and making it sound interesting, and then bringing it back into the box by recording it with a microphone, whatever microphone they choose. But this case, I'm not even using a microphone. I'm just taking it straight from this pedal. See, now I've got a new one going back out. Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. So this is going in. That's the red. And then purple is going back out. I mean, it's going to be a different color for you, but here we go. I'm bringing my purple wire, bringing it to this mic line in, but this is also able to be a 1/4 inch if you want it to be, because there's XLR and then there's 1/4 inch. So I'm plugging that in, and boom, it's on that first one right there.
So you're coming out of line 1 output into your pedals. It's going through the pedals, and it's coming out of the pedals into your line 1 input.
Yes, just to simplify it as much as possible.
Cool.
And so that's going, and this drum beat's still going. And now I'm gonna turn on this stuff, because I mean, honestly, it should probably already be on, but my stuff is messy right now, moving around and whatnot. Where is it? Okay, so that's good. That's on. Powered. Got light. So here's the tricky part that we're going to have to figure out is the routing, because we've got the physical routing down, like how we've just explained, but now we need to set it up into Ableton properly so that it can actually send it out of the box to those pedals and then bring it back. We've still got this playing. Hey, does it work with MIDI too, or do I have to turn this into an audio file first?
It's outputting audio, so as long as you're routing from the from Ableton to go to that line out in your interface, then it shouldn't matter.
Sweet,
yeah,
awesome.
Which is way cooler, because then you're not committed to the audio.
Sick. And then when it comes back in, it will be audio, obviously. So then it's going to be on its own track, I assume. And I just need to set that up now.
Yeah.
So to get it out, this is the top of my Addictive Drums track. So I'm going to hit master, then I'm going to go to external out, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Cool. And then now it should be going out, so I shouldn't hear anything right now. Oh, I am. But it's all connected, so maybe it's already coming back.
You might want to go to your outputs.
It should be output 1 only.
Here, go. Let me see your I/O stuff. It's out of focus.
I don't know if you can see that, but...
Yeah. All right. Click that, and let me see what options you have. Ah, so we need to configure your ins and outs. Okay. There's your Thunderbolt, 32 in. So go to input config.
Input config. Sorry, everybody, if you can't read this well, but trying my best.
All right. Are those active? Yeah. See how they're not orange? Just make all of them orange. Turn them all on. I mean,
they're all like mono one.
Can you zoom out a little bit so I can see it better? Come, zoom out.
Oh,
you're very close. Yeah.
So that drum beat's a little high. So like my screen's a little red, but at the same time, like see that makes it off, but it is on when you do that. You know what I mean? Like when you click it again, they just look yellowish instead of orange.
Okay. Well, I mean, the idea is that you just want to. I wish I could. Here, go. Let me see your top ones.
These guys, 1 and 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoops. This is not what I wanted. Yeah. Like you're not pointing at it. Are you looking at your phone or are you looking at the computer?
I'm looking at the computer and my phone.
Oh, okay. Try to point your, because the ones I want to see are cut off. So can you point your phone up?
What exactly are you trying to see on here? Like up here, or
Yeah.
still on here?
Yeah. I wonder. Somehow can you turn your phone a couple times to get it to reorient?
My bad. Is
Something's
that better?
like, yeah, somehow it's cut off. But that's better. Let me check and make sure the audience can see. No, they can't. Of course.
Is this better?
Hold on. There we go. Cool. Now I think I got it figured out. Sweet. Now I can move this thing around. Sorry, folks. This is day one, so we're still working some stuff out. Okay, cool. So you have 8 inputs. See the one, the stereo one. See how you have 7 that are lit up? Just click that one to the right of 7 and 8 mono. Okay, now they're all lit up. All right, you're good. So now go to your output configuration, and I bet you they're not highlighted like you want them to be.
Output config right here.
Yeah, see how none of them are turned on? Yeah, so turn on more of those.
I'm just not sure why we need all these when I went out of my 1 and I also went into the 1. You know what I mean?
Because it's line 1. So your main outputs are always the ones that go to your monitor. So that's what I was saying earlier when I was talking about how I had to figure out how to set the stream up. When you default 1 and 2 out is the out to your monitor. So your line out, like for me, my line out is here. Let me go. Your line out are different numbers, and the easiest way to tell is just turn on 1 through 8, and then look in your. Do you have the console program for your Apollo?
Definitely.
Cool.
So, go to, I'm guessing, sends. No, not sends. I see inputs and I see overview, but I don't see an output section.
Let's see here.
Over.
You might have to go to your configuration.
This is input, inserts, and I've got sends.
All right, go hit settings.
Settings. Services preferences, or I don't really see settings.
Settings is a little button above tempo.
My bad. And then IO matrix.
Yep.
Okay.
And look on
output.
And look for line 1 and 2. What channels are those mapped to? Like, what's the number? 4 and 5. So
I see line 1 is on channel 3. And then line 2 is on 4.
Okay, cool.
Are those what you need? These two?
Yeah, so that's all you need to worry about. So channel 3, and so now look on your input side.
Input side. All right.
And then look for lines 1 and 2.
Mic line high Z input 1 is on channel 1, but I'm looking for line. I think that is it, yeah.
Okay.
Channel 1.
All right, so let's go back to Ableton.
So for output, it was 3 and 4,
yep.
And then for input, it was just channel 1.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, and output, well, you're just going mono anyway, so just output is 3. And so set your output on that one channel. So audio 2, external out, output 1.
Okay. External out.
Or excuse me, external out, output 3.
I understand. Yeah. Don't worry. You're the man. All right. So I've got 3, and then going back in, I guess I'll bring open brand new track.
Yeah.
And I'll put external in, and channel 1 should do it, right?
Channel 1 should do it.
Sick. And do I need to have in on, or can I just leave it off so there's no latency?
See how it sounds. So you can see that stuff's coming out. Now, if you look on your console, if you go back to the UAD console, you should be able to see whether or not you're getting any
And so far nada,
any
but
any
I
input.
bet if I turn this up, maybe something. Oh wait, let me change it to line.
Yeah,
There
that
we
might
go.
help.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so it's coming through.
Yeah.
All right.
It has reverb on it. Or it sounds kind of reverberated. Hey, and like just the normal monitor up and down will do it, right? Or should I be turning up the signal in some other way? I bet
Uh,
this isn't it.
as long as it depends if you have a healthy signal or not.
Because I'm going almost all the way up.
Yeah,
And
well, you're probably not going to hear a lot because it's the lines are they're not, it's not being preamped per se. So check your levels in Ableton. You might want to
oh, it was very low on the level on my pedal.
there you go.
All right, I'm turned that down, and now I'm turning it up.
Yeah, that's dope. Okay,
All right, so we got it working, everybody.
cool.
That's cool. But now I gotta fix this because it's way, way up.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have a system that's better than this next time. I need to figure out how to just like record on my laptop and just have like a webcam going. I have it taped up, but for our streams, I'll take it off.
Yeah, and if you wanted to, you and I can at a different time. I'll help you now that I've gone through the troubles of trying to figure out how to make this work. I can help you.
Yeah, no rush on that,
Figure
man. I
out.
mean, he's already helped me with the ReAmp thing, and I've been wondering about that for probably like 6 months, an embarrassing amount of time. So you cannot embarrass yourself. I promise. Yeah, like,
That's nice of you to say.
that was something I've been so excited about learning how to do, and I knew everything about it in theory. I just had no idea how to do it with my hardware, and I looked all throughout the manual of Apollo, and they didn't talk about reamping, or maybe they would like mention it, but they didn't say how to do it. And it's probably just me being a blonde, but like that alone was just so helpful. I don't know. I'm sure there's gonna be some guy that like it's like, you fucking idiot. Like, it's
No,
like, okay, good for you. I mean, this is how you're spending your time.
yeah, it's all good. Oh,
And we helped you.
hey, your
I
face
mean,
is
or
back.
you helped them. I mean, I'm just the student with the dumb questions that helps the other dumb people.
Dude,
For now, until
give yourself more credit, man. You ain't dumb.
No. I definitely don't, but I'm glad I am because it helps me find out the questions that I need to ask. Let's see what else we've got. Dry tracks being that was pretty much the biggest one.
Okay. Are you able
future,
to? Did you try recording it in audio just for kicks? No pun intended.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's go further with this. Let's not jump to a new question so fast. Sorry.
Yeah, let's flesh it out.
Well, this is what it's sounding like right now. It's all crunchy.
That's so sick, man.
I mean, this is just like the first setting. I haven't even thought about anything yet. Like, obviously, we've just been doing it together on this video.
Yeah.
But imagine how many different things with all these different pedals. You got compressors. You've got just like a little bit light drive that you can throw on it. You have a double tracker. You've got pulsating, stereo tremolo, and you've also got some phasing. You can do all kinds of stuff with these pedals. You got space echo. I mean, just imagine the opportunities and the variety you can get in sound with ReAmping, guys. Like it's incredible, this tool.
Yeah. And again, I mean, they're guitar pedals, but it's just audio processing. So you don't have to, it doesn't have to be just a guitar.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is that if you're trying to get a unique sound, you don't want to use the same kind of plugins everybody else is using.
Yeah.
With your, I mean, these are very, very common pedals. I'm not going to lie. I got like the ones that like everybody knows about, but like I love the sound of it.
Yeah, man, people like them for a reason.
Popular.
Well, and it's a smaller investment. Like if you want a studio compressor, you're talking thousands in some cases. You can get a sweet, like a really nice, high quality guitar compressor for $200, so it's a lot more accessible too.
True that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm keeping this on in for now. I know there's going to be some latency on the audio in for where we're going. Like there's a little in button being pressed.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to see how it sounds. I know it's going to be a little bit latent, but let's see what happens.
Nice. You're getting
light
audio.
signal.
Yeah.
Let me turn it up to. Yeah, you can tell the green's not that high.
Yeah.
With gain staging, you want it to stay a little bit orange, but you don't want to ever get it to red unless you're going for that sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you always want to start turning it up at the source first. Like wherever the signal is originating from, that's why they call it staging. So you get as much signal as you can at first, and then you add to it from there. You don't want to take a low signal, and like even people, say you have a CD or whatever, right? And you're playing it through maybe people don't know what CDs are anymore. They're these discs that we used to put music on. Anyway, but say, you're playing music through a set of speakers or whatever, and the music itself is like super quiet. So you turn your speakers way up and it's like, shh, and it's all this noise. That's because you're amplifying at the end of the signal instead of just giving it enough juice to begin with. So you're trying to turn.
You're getting that noise floor that's already so.
Exactly. Yeah. So you want the source to be as strong as possible without overloading, and then you go through each stage until it comes to your final output. That's gain staging is critical. I mean, that's how you get the harmonics you want, and you don't get all this extra noise. Because once you start processing stuff and turning it up, you're going to be turning all that noise up too. So you want a nice, healthy signal. Well, sweet. It looked like that worked, and I didn't make a fool of myself.
It's in it, and you are still you are still the Miyagi of music for me. So nothing has changed there. But here, as we said, there is some latency because I kept it on the in, and so you can see where the drum hit starts and how it's given us latency because of that. Now let's try another track, but without in on, and just keeping it off and seeing how that goes. So I'm going to mute that first channel. I'm going to press play again, and let's try it again. I engaged the red button, which means record. Red means record. There's like a whole channel on that, which is it's like just a joke.
Oh, is that the name of the channel? Oh, I think I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard of that.
And look at that already. You can see it's like, look where the transient starts here compared to there. Transient just means the beginning of the hit. So like that starting point. I mean, this transient is clearly not too active, or usually you'd have like a really spike in the beginning where you don't have that here.
Yeah.
Anyway, it still records, and look at that. There's no latency at all.
Yeah. That's transient identification is another good reason to utilize proper gain staging too, because you have more dynamic range. So when something's loud, it fills that waveform up and it's easier to spot. So if you want to know, where's my kicks? Well, if you look at this big triangle, it's a lot easier to find than these tiny little waves. So it's useful just for workflow too.
100%. Yo, I love this. I'm so excited to play with that now. I've got dude. Pedals that I just wanted to throw into my tracks, but like I could only do it like live for the longest time. Now I could just play my whole thing live but dry, and now like it's kind of so Ricky mixed my first song ever, and he co-produced it. In my opinion, he pretty much produced the entire track because I had like a few loops in there and then like some vocals. That was pretty much my contribution with my lyrics and all that. And that was it. But he produced the whole damn thing. And the problem we ran into while we were doing that was I recorded it with the reverb already on. So when he was trying to then, manipulate the vocals more, do more stuff with it, maybe, add compression or distortion, whatever he wanted to do to it, or delays even, there was already a reverb tail there that was muddying up the delays he would send it through or whatever he was trying to do. So it kind of really made it gave him a harder time than he needed to have when he was trying to mix. So now I can do what Ricky was trying to do, which is just, first off, I need to just record dry always, like I have been since. But now I can, later on, just manipulate my vocals through pedals or whatever I want.
Yeah, if you have the original source, then you can do whatever with it. You have ultimate flexibility.
Now I've got another question. I guess I'm already answering my question in my head, so this is probably going to be dumb. But either way, let's see how, pretend this is a dry signal, or let's just continue to manipulate this further.
Okay.
So, you know about plugins. So, like, I'm guessing the way I'd, hey, what am I freaking saying? Yeah, it's just that simple. Then, like, if I wanted to use some kind of, powered plugin from Apollo, then you're going to go to, damn it, where is it?
Should be Universal Audio.
There it is, fine. And that's the other thing. I need to figure out how to like have it show me only the things that I own. Because it shows you every single thing instead of just what you own.
Yeah, because they want you to buy their crap, man.
Yeah. But I do know I own the AKG. There it is, the BX20. I'm going to throw that on here.
Oh, that's cool. I don't have that one.
This guy is beautiful. I really like the reverb. It's very sexy.
Nice.
So now it's got some verb on it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I was just gonna ask, like, it was just such a like not thinking question. Like, how do you put it on when it's not in the box? Like,
right? Yeah, yeah.
There it is. It's just like, or when it's not out of the box. I meant. But yeah, it's literally just that simple. It's like this, but now we can do it outside the box and in it.
Yeah,
I just prolonged.
There's actually a third thing you can do. Is put that reverb on a send.
Reverb on a send.
Because let's pretend you got all your sounds the way that you liked them, and Ableton gives you this flexibility, but
I didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry, man. What did you say?
Sorry. Ableton gives you this flexibility, but you can when you go to export all your tracks, like say you were going to send it off to get mixed, and you wanted to have the dry and the wet. Now, of course, you could just do that, right? You could duplicate the track and have one with no plugins and the other with plugins. But you
that's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
and you have to do that for every single one you want to throw in there.
Right.
It'd be annoying. But with sends, what were you going to say?
So with sends, you just set up a track that has that plugin on it. And as the name suggests, you're sending that signal through that channel that has that treatment. And then you blend the two. So you have the dry thing over here, and then you blend it with the other thing. And you're not changing the signal, you're adding to it. So now you have both. So if I wanted to compress the vocals without affecting how it does the reverb or something like that, you could do that and then still have the cool effects. And that way the artist gets to preserve their taste. They have a cool nickname
for that, which you know of. It's called New York compression, because they basically want the dry signal. A lot of really heavy-duty engineers do this, like where they have the dry signal, like Ricky's saying, and they blend it with the now wet compressed signal, so they can keep all these transients that were there in the original that aren't just over compressed and like kind of they lose their life. And they can have the best of both worlds. What were you say, Ricky?
No, I mean you described it well. Another term for that is parallel compression, and the compression is that one particular effect, but it could apply to anything. You could do it with distortion, you can do it with delay. I mean, literally any possible treatment. You can do a wet-dry blend, or you can just affect it directly. It's all about what your options, how much flexibility you want. If you're doing it yourself and you're going to mix it yourself, then just do whatever is good for your workflow. But if you're going to send it to someone else, it does make their life a little easier. And as a result, your end product better because you're giving them more ability to do stuff and make it good. You're not committed to a certain sound that might sound great at that time, but then when everything comes up and you start blending stuff, then you're like, oh crap, I wish I could take this one little section down because I want to bring the vocals up, but I don't want to bring the effects up with it. And so having that control is super useful.
100%. I think that's a good episode. Like, we don't even need to go any further for today.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think we're right at like 30 minutes.
And you could edit it down to 10 if once you take out all me, like just whoa, let me plug this in, like just all that shit out. We'll be good. But yeah, dude, that was an awesome fucking experience. We got to do this more.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, and it looks like we did have 3 viewers. So I mean, well, that's why I'm doing it on this channel. I do have like 100 subscribers, which is not much, but at least somebody will know that I'm streaming. So
yeah, the day ones. I mean, they'll probably get some really good, funny, cringy moments from us.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love?
Yeah, the early adopters get the get access to deleted scenes and bloopers, so to speak. Cool, man. Well,
is there anything else you wanted to talk about, or are you feeling good?
I feel good. You know, let's try to shoot for like once a week. You know, write your stuff down, and don't feel like you have to have certain questions. We can just kind of talk about ideas and how just music in general. I think you've got a lot of really cool insight on just music. In like without technical stuff, just kind of the spirit and philosophy of music. I've always enjoyed what you've had to say about that.
I mean, we've had the craziest conversations over the years. I'm sorry the viewers can't see those, but actually at the same time, some things are best like just being intimate. And man, I can't wait for more of those conversations, and hopefully everybody else gets to see it.
Amen, brother.
It's a blast.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'll try to just stick away from too many questions, but
you can ask all the questions you want, man. I just didn't want you to feel obligated to ask questions. You can ask all the questions you want, man.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I'll hit you up in a week or whenever you feel like having another one of these, because it's fun.
All right, brother.
All right. Peace.
Peace, my friend.